Diesel 10 doesn't have a claw? Oh.
Definitely tank.
Welcome back.
Yep, I wasn't saying anything. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are reviewing and watching and reading.
We're reading today, guys. The origin of Thomas the Tank Engine is all about books today. And we are going to start off the most classic you could possibly get. Let me pull it out right here. That's right. We're starting off with Thomas and the Magic Railroad from the 2000s. What were you guys thinking? I don't know what you guys are thinking. Do you think you know what
I was thinking I was thinking calling all engines or
something classic.
Yeah, classic.
What's up, Patrick? First guy of this day. All right. Anyways, we're going to specifically to be talking about the two versions by this one company, Random House, New York. They made two Thomas books. Little Engines Can Do Things. Okay, you want to read that one instead? I can't.
Little engines can do big things.
And Diesel 10.
Clip that.
Diesel 10 mean troubles. So each of these books
are by Britt Allcraft, or at least this one is. Allegedly, even though it probably
it could have. Maybe it means the movie.
It's the year 2000. They go up to Britt Allcraft. They're like, write me a book. She turns over, looks up ChatGPT.
That was not a thing.
The equivalent.
I'm not gonna lie. This one's going pretty hard, but we're gonna start off with Little Engines Can Do Big Things because it's the weirdest adaptation of Magic Railroad I've ever seen. Who's your favorite engine? I'm a Percy guy myself.
I'm a Rusty Boko guy.
Yeah.
Depends if I'm feeling narrow gauge or standard.
What's
gauge.
up?
Joshua V.
I was watching all the podcast a week ago. Glad to see a new one. Yeah. The Diesel 10 one is quite good. I know. These Magic Railroad books are actually really good, but also really confusing. Like
you guys should
No, go ahead.
You guys should go check out Thomas Talk Gaming and or Justin YouTubing tonight. We are doing lots of gaming on streams, just like this podcast on that and about any game that you guys want to see. So
all right, we're going to start off, and don't let that cover trick you. This does not have an art style, this book. So instead of like producing something with quality in this book, guys, it only uses the 2003 promo images and just still. And it tells the story of Magic Railroad. If you guys haven't realized, this is not how Magic Railroad started. I don't even think Nafford was in Magic Railroad. Maybe. It was for like, so what is happening with the platforms? Why does it go to 5? One's by itself over here, and then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's really odd. But all right, so that first page is kind of weird. Okay, so as we turn, so the story kind of follows Magic Road to the start. So Topham Hatt's away. Wait, hold on. Okay, so it says Sir Topham Hatt was on vacation. All the engines are doing their best. Thomas didn't feel useful.
But Thomas the Tank Engine did not feel useful at all. What?
Why?
That is complete.
This is so. I'm pretty sure Gordon was the scared one at the start. Anyways, so then what happens next is Thomas buffs into the bumper.
Bumps into the buffer.
My teeth still hurt from the dentist. That's what we're going with. So anyways, still at Knapford, not at Tidmouth. And then afterwards, James was put in the shed. He's not in the shed for this scene when, he should have been in the shed at that point. And then what is even happening with that point? Do you see those points? No. Guys, look at the points for this shot. James and Gordon's points. There's no. It wasn't okay. It wasn't Magic Railroad. All right. It wasn't important to the plot, unlike this book. Dude, Splatter and Dodge are in this, but not Diesel 10. So little entrance can, especially when they have nice blue paint. Like me, but Harold.
Wait, why is Harold flying?
Well, in the Magic Railroad, Harold did fly over Thomas and cover him in dust.
But like, I thought Harold was a train.
No, that's pre-engine copter.
Oh,
Pre-engine copter.
Gotcha,
Yeah, that's
gotcha,
all
gotcha.
engines go shit. All right. Anyways, so the crop duster scene's there for some reason. Not drawn anyway. They just took this image from the beginning of the book, pasted it in an empty quarry,
We never left.
We're back, guys. Was it running that? I have no idea. What's up? Can I join the stream? You are in the stream. Welcome.
Welcome. We're back, guys.
It's like Joe Biden. I messed up and I clicked the wrong button.
Like Joe Biden. I clicked the
I wasn't
wrong
paying attention. We're back. We had to fix the internet. It was going a little whack.
I definitely didn't hit the wrong button.
All right, guys. So anyways, let's get back to Thomas in the Magic Railroad. All right. Picking up where we left off after Thomas got crop dusted. Thomas was determined to be really useful, so he stole Percy's mail run, making Percy sad. Right? That looks right to me. You don't have a branch line or anything you could be running.
Wait,
no.
why is Thomas taking the mail?
Thomas was determined the little entrance community that night. Thomas was right on time doing his mail route.
Does this sound like that is night and
dude, bro literally stole Percy's job. He's sad about it. He even confronted Percy, who felt bad for being late and having his train stolen. Everyone's favorite. And we got Annie, Clarabelle, we got Annabelle, and a fourth new coach. Guys, we have a brand new coach.
What are we gonna name her?
We gotta name her, guys. We have obviously Annie, Clarabelle, Annabelle.
You are in the stream, Thomas Animate Fanboy 2000.
We are all here, yes. I probably should update like the stream's back online. Working now. All right, guys. What should we name this new engine?
The new here.
You want to hold it because I'm typing it. All right, guys. Well,
the new
what is that? Interesting.
Bronwyn?
Annie, Clarabelle, Annabelle. And
I need to look up.
Bronwyn.
Is there a famous Bronwyn?
Also, is Henry? Oh, Henry was sick in Magic Railroad. He got the boiler aches. Luckily, 2003. Can I join the stream, bro? You're in the stream.
You know what? I think Bronwyn checks out.
Yeah, I agree, actually. Okay. All right, this book is...
It's Bronwyn. Hashtag Bronwyn. Type it in the chat.
All right, guys. We have Thomas's faithful coaches, Annie, Clarabelle, Annabelle, and Bronwyn. Right there. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you, Thomas. What was his name?
He'll all favorite that comment because he named the coach. All right. Anyways, so
hashtag Bronwyn in the chat. Do it now.
All right. Anyways, guys, you get to that. All right, guys. So next up, Thomas. This is what Thomas was. Now he's actually being useful, not stealing Percy's train. So he was going around shunting the trucks when one goes into the magic buffers, and it's actually a troublesome truck here, which makes me go, how is bro okay with this? He literally split in half in this picture, and he is happy. Bro is content with this. I was near the buffers when the coal car disappeared. Wait, hold on.
Thomas Animate Fanboy 2006. You can join the stream if you super chat.
You do have to donate money. All right, anyways. Thomas didn't notice the coal carts were in quiet. It wasn't until later that Thomas... Okay, so it does tell us that Thomas realized later. That's when we get this abomination of a shot with Thomas' face. What's even happening there? Next to the 2003 stock
what is
art.
going on
Percy's
with Lady?
Yeah, and then there's what they drew ladylike to try and... It does not fit the 2003 art style in any way.
What's the problem?
Thomas team to the
You can't donate, then you can't get in. We are a pay-to-win organization.
True. Man, the flowers are really odd on that hill. Sorry, I was just I was like trying to Thomas is going into the buffers. If you haven't noticed, not a single plot of Magic Railroad. So the magic dimension's just blue with stars. So it's just space, apparently. And then Thomas heroically puffs out of a tunnel, not buffers, with the coal car being the hero of the day. Is that it? Oh, and Lady joins him, and she's real now, apparently.
Bro, that art.
Wait, Lady did not Lady followed Thomas through the buffers, and the little engines puffed home, and she was welcomed to the island. She wasn't even involved. Based on this story, Percy was warning Thomas of an engine that lives in the magic tunnel. Sorry, the magic buffers. It turns to a tunnel. And Percy just said, be careful. There's someone that might hurt you in there. Thomas turns that into a, okay, I'm going to turn the buffers into a tunnel and bring her back. And we'll all be friends. So little engines can do big things. I don't really know. What is it trying to teach there? Because
it's trying to teach little engines.
But Thomas didn't do anything other than steal Percy's mail route and then proceeded to. I'll probably put the link in the chat or the comments. Oh,
well, that sucks.
Yeah, we're
we're
pay to win.
Yeah.
All right, Grant, you want to do the next one? The next part.
Why is the cover on both sides?
They also do that for this version. Except this one is superior because it doesn't use the 2003 art.
Diesel 10 means trouble.
So the last one is about Lady, and it removes all other plots. So you think this one's going to remove Lady. Remember this.
Notice how Diesel 10 has a claw.
The very next page, it's gone.
Completely gone. Let's see. Can I put it on here and just read it off this screen? Thomas the Tank Engine was a little blue engine who always tried to be really useful, except for in this book.
Here, Grant, honestly, here, let me try something. What if I put it on my camera? Oh, wait, I'm still trying to line it. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Can't read it. Thomas the Tank Engine was a little blue engine who always tried to be really useful. He and all his friends lived on the island of Sodor. Life on the island of Sodor was very peaceful and happy. But on this beautiful island where trains could talk and railroad was really reliable and right on time, trouble was brewing.
Okay, you missed the thought. I was like, railroad was really reliable. That's kind of weird.
Do you guys like the painting?
Hey, Arnold. Okay, we'll figure. Grant can move us.
What is that train?
That's the wall art of Mr. Conductor. And there's his only appearance in this book.
Sir Topham Hatt, the railroad director, was going on a vacation. Mr. Conductor, who traveled from place to place in a shower of gold dust, was coming to help him out. I have to go and meet Mr. Conductor, Thomas said. He's going to take care of us while Sir Topham Hatt is away. I think we take care of ourselves, huffed Gordon. All
right. I'm glad that Mr. Conductor plot meant nothing, guys. I hope you didn't read that page because super skippable for this.
Completely useless. Whoosh! Suddenly, a big diesel engine. Definitely didn't read that as raped. Raced past them. Get out of my way, you blue puffballs! The diesel growled. What was that? Asked Gordon nervously. That was a problem, Thomas, and the diesel screeched away. Wait, what?
Thomas said as the diesel
the screech. I can't read it, bro.
You want to trade?
No. That's Diesel 10, Sir Topham Hatt. That's Diesel 10. Sir Topham Hatt sent him to help us steam engines, but Diesel 10 is behaving as though he hates us, which is totally fair. I think he's a really scary engine. Pah! Grumbled Gordon. Really useful engines like us have to be brave, little Thomas. Thomas agreed, but he couldn't help feeling frightened.
So, what is with every book having Thomas be frightened and Gordon be cool with it?
Because Gordon's just cool.
Yeah, but that's not what happened in the book.
Oh, the claw's back. Meanwhile, Diesel 10 was planning to get rid of the steam engines once and for all.
That night at Tidmouth Sheds.
He wanted to run the railroad. What? That night, Diesel 10 sneaked up to the engine shed.
Tidmouth Sheds, get it right.
Tidmouth Shed, sorry. And threatened Mr. Conductor with his jagged claw. Make the most of tonight, twinkle toes. Hissed Diesel 10, because you won't like tomorrow.
I want to comment specifically on this page because in the story, it's implied Diesel 10 actually breaks Tidmouth Sheds to try and kill Mr. Conductor. And he only leaves because Tidmouth Sheds because it's a whole sheds, Diesel 10 couldn't break the wall. That's when he threatens Mr. Conductor because he's scared of the sugar, runs away. This one, bro just came up to say, you're dead. I'm killing you tomorrow morning. Enjoy tonight. And then he moves along with his day. Anyways. That's the wrong hand. Nope, that's the wrong hand. This is hard.
Mr. Conductor had another problem too. I've suddenly lost a lot of my sparkle, he sighed to Thomas. To get it back, I must find some more gold dust. Thomas and the other engines knew they had to help Mr. Conductor find the source of the magic gold dust.
Yo, wait. This story actually takes out Percy.
Murder Percy.
What? That's an odd choice. Out of everyone, you think get rid of from the original. They're like, screw it. Here it is, the famous shot.
While the boss, Sir Topham Hatt, is away, we cats will play.
Meow, Diesel 10.
Heard Miss Diesel 10
Heard.
to his pals. Splatter and Dodge gulped. Bro.
Yeah, I don't think Splatter and Dodge consider themselves pals.
We're going to make life miserable for those steaming heaps of trash on wheels, Diesel 10 continued. This island doesn't need them. It needs diesels. There's no use for steam engines these days. They are history.
True.
That honestly is so based.
He's not wrong, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's get this.
But what about Mr. Conductor? Asked Splatter. Isn't he gonna stop us? Dodge asked. Mr. Conductor needs his magic gold dust to keep an eye on us, snickered Diesel 10. And I know he can't because he's just run out.
And he knows that.
He knows that because he's the all-knowing God of the universe. A door opened on Diesel 10's cab roof, and out came his huge metal claw. Wait,
his claw can go inside of his roof? That's
Since
intentional.
when? Since when?
That was an intentional choice to not have him have his claw. I have no idea what Grant's Googling.
Has that always been a thing?
No, never. That was literally made up by the book. That's crazy.
I'll take care of them, all of them, with this, said Diesel 10. He lifted his claw high above them, but then it dropped and hit him on the head. I don't think he meant to do that, Splatter and Dodge said to each other.
Luckily, our boy Toby was there behind that giant bush. Hold on. We need to get a shot of that bush from the last page, Right there. Right there is Toby, guys. Maybe the other page.
You can't see him? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's not a fucking bush there. That's not a thing. That bush is not real. Okay. Let's see.
Little did the Diesels know, Toby the tram engine had overheard their plans. Toby told the other engines then. He followed the Diesels to see what they were going. How did he tell?
Bro had
a walkie-talkie.
Yo, guys, the Diesels are up to no good. I'll follow for more info. And then they proceeded.
The Diesels were plotting to destroy the magic buffers that led to Mr. Conductor's
Grant. We know. Railroad. No, wait. This is the one with the magic buffer. Sorry, I was thinking of the crossing gate story.
We don't know where the entrance to the Magic Railroad is, and we don't know which are the right buffers to destroy, said Diesel 10 to Splatter and Dodge. So we'll have to destroy all of them. It's like a Pokemon Canon edition in here.
Yo, Toby's going crazy, actually.
Dang, his face, bro. Toby knew he had to do something to stop Diesel 10. I've got to distract him, thought Toby. Bro, he's not going to destroy all the buffers before you can stop him. Clang, Toby ran his bell as loud as he could. It's the old teapot, shouted Diesel 10. Smash him. Diesel 10.
This is kind of accurate, except it happened in the scrapyard.
Diesel 10 tried to catch Toby with his claw, but he knocked over a pile of scrap right onto his own tracks. Diesel 10's path was blocked. Boss, do you mean to do that? Asked Splatter and Dodge. Brrr. Diesel 10 growled. I always mean what I do.
I'm not going to lie, this book's kind of good. Much better than that lady one. Speaking of, we're jumping very ahead in the story because Percy isn't here.
Diesel 10 was mad when he found out that Thomas had traveled to the Magic Railroad.
We skipped all of it.
To bring back Lady the Golden Engine. Lady was the source of magic gold dust, so she could help Mr. Conductor foil Diesel 10's plans.
We literally skipped the entire middle of the movie. We went from the beginning to the end.
Diesel 10 chased Lady, but Thomas raced between them, all three engines headed toward a dangerous old viaduct.
Dangerous old viaduct that they repaired in season 2.
Lady crossed the old viaduct. Stones began to fall when Thomas crossed the viaduct. More stones fell, and a big gap appeared on the track. Thomas jumped the gap just in time.
You didn't know Thomas can jump in modern
That's
day.
really poorly written paragraph. But Diesel 10 couldn't stop, and he tumbled far below onto a barge filled with sludge.
Why did they have to say jump? What do you mean Thomas jumped the gap?
How do you think they got the idea for all engines go?
They got the idea because they
like,
looked at any other kid show and went, that's it. That's the thing to copy. They looked at Chuggington. They looked at all the other train shows which have failed because they did that. Well, like, that's what Thomas needs.
Lady was safe, and there would always be plenty of gold dust. You're a really useful engine.
There would always what?
Thomas. Beep beep, Thomas said, and puffed home into the sunset.
He's already home in that shot. What is that? What even is
this?
No.
That's not Tidman.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, but that's not. I agree. That's like that's Henry's Tunnel. That's okay. Anyhow, that was an interesting one, to say the least. They cut out at least they didn't cut out the chase scene. That's a good point. Okay. Anyhow. We're not doing that again. My arms
is too long.
Yeah, we have to just reading the story.
We just got to talk about the art.
Yeah, okay. We're mainly talking about the art and like choices. So here is the Thompson the Magic Railroad. This is a full adaptation of the movie. This one's also by the people that made the last two. We know how good they are at this.
Oh, great.
All right, so it starts off how it should. Except, once again, Thomas is the one scared. Is that like an early draft? Thomas was scared, Gordon wasn't. Like, that was because they very much changed in the movie. So anyways, so we all know Mr. Conductor. This is where the first problem of the book for me pops in. Diesel 10 should have killed Sir. He is in the open. Bro doesn't even see Diesel 10. How is he not taking him out? Let's read. Let's see. I'll see you. Yeah, this is the threat scene at Tidmouth. At night. Nice. What was the point of this page? We immediately cut to nighttime.
Bro.
They said it. No, wait. The engines were very glad to see Mr. Conductor. He would take care of them while Sir Tom was away. The Diesel 10 out of the... Oh, okay, I guess... Yeah, none of them saw Diesel 10, not even the trains. So the book says the Diesel 10 just... That was him sneaking. It worked. No one saw him. So that night, they went to interrupt. Obviously, we know what happened. Blah, blah, blah. All right, anyways, back to... They didn't establish this at the start, like the movie. This random girl is meeting her grandpa. I don't know how much... All right, back to the plot, guys. All right. So the magic crossing gate takes a troublesome truck from, I'd assume, Tom? Yeah. And then Diesel 10 straight up tries to murder, like straight up tries to chop off Mr. Conductor's leg. Luckily, what is he doing with this? Like in the thing,
Bro just has pliers and
he's just waving him around. I hope that works out for him. We don't see him again for a while. Anyway, we gotta move, man. All right, so Lily, being the responsible person she is, hanging out with her grandpa, ditches that old fart to break up with probably the most untrusting guy I would say that you'd meet at a train station. Takes you on a drug trip to the island of Sodor,
bro,
as you do. And then they all meet up. They're all friends. Hooray.
Wait.
You want to see how that happened? Let's see.
How old is Mr. Conductor?
I don't know how.
In the movie.
The movie, I'd assume he's like 20s or something.
How
old is Junior?
How old is...
Aren't they? They're secretly brothers. That's the thing we learned at the end of the movie. Okay, hold on.
Lily
okay,
in the movie, isn't she like 14 max?
At max, yeah. Okay, anyways, so...
They're holding hands in the book.
Okay, so it says... This is what we cut. We cut from Lily saying she heard a train whistle outside her window when she went to bed that night at her grandpa's. We cut to back at Timing Time Station. Lily traveled like hundreds of miles from her grandpa's house in the middle of nowhere to Shining Time Station.
These are masterfully crafted stories.
Wait. She goes to Shining Time Station first, then her grandpa in the movie. Anyways, she trusts some random guy, tiny man she meets in the wall. We all know the rest. Goes to Sodor. Meanwhile, Burnett's just suffocating Lady because that's her face. They intentionally show that she has a face in this one, which makes it really weird why the sheet's there. And why are there like spikes? What's sticking out right there in the sheet? If that's her face, look at that. Her face is there, and she's got like a huge chubby like cheeks, maybe.
Bro, that's
what are those?
All of us go, Emily.
Dude, what is happening with that? Anyways, Diesel 10 stops right in front of the magic crossing gate. It's not buffers in this story, guys. So Thomas goes to Thomas goes through it and gets the coal. Also, Lily. Okay, now she does ride in the cab. Drivers aren't real, guys. I'm like, they did just dude, they were making all engines go. They're like, let's just do Magic Railroad. No drivers, jump in the tracks.
Why not?
Magic. They did literally all of it. So anyways, here's the real world. Hey, Thomas tumbles down the mountains on tracks this time. Nice, they gave him tracks. Someone built tracks for him in the middle of nowhere. Dude, this movie, it just cuts so badly. We cut from Lily back into the like secret tunnel with Burnett saying you need to get coal, and then we cut to everyone chilling on Sodor. So quick. Like, I know the illustrations you're not going to have as much time to say. Then obviously we have the chase. Diesel 10 dies. I think that was about all I had for like oddities. Oh, Diesel 10 on like the baby toy boat is, not gonna lie, a W picture. That's really funny. And oh hey, the day is saved. Thanks to Thomas, because he was in the plot. He's in the title.
So are the dogs.
All right, guys. So we've been talking a lot about Thomas and the Magic Railroad. We're going to transition to Thomas and the Beanstalk. Which, guess what? It's just Thomas and the Magic Railroad again. I'm tired. Grant, you got it.
All right.
We honestly, you might have to read a little bit so we can get the context.
Okay. So Thomas decided to tell James and Percy about his favorite fairy tale.
Which is Jack and the Beanstalk. Odd choice.
No, it's not. It's Thomas and the Beanstalk.
No. Look at the first page. He's literally telling them Jack and the Beanstalk. No. Go back to the first page.
First page.
Right there.
Oh, bro! It literally has Jack and the Beanstalk right there.
That's Thomas's favorite story. Interesting.
That's his favorite story. So, as the story goes, Thomas is going along a bridge, getting knocked over by Diesel 10.
Who's a giant.
Typical. Oh, and then he stumbles across a tiny, if you look on this page, it's a tiny beanstalk that just grows instantly.
And creates tracks.
Floating tracks.
They love the lunches go back.
Thomas circles up those tracks.
Okay, guys, you imagine as a train, Diesel 10 just crashed you. You're lucky to not need to go to the steamworks. You're sulking. You're chuffing back home. All of a sudden, a weird plan spawns out of nowhere, creates a winding track to the heavens, and you go, yeah, might as well. What else am I going to do today?
What else am I going to do? So he goes up. He sees plants. In typical fashion, just sees Peach's castle.
This is what's in the sky, guys, so you know.
Peach's castle.
Above the clouds, it's just an entire world.
Goes to Peach's castle, because at that point, there's no turning back.
And obviously, everyone knows Peach's castle has a mini putt-putt course inside of it.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. It looks like it to me.
Thomas is bigger than the Viking village, the medieval village.
W.
So he keeps going through the putt-putt course, comes across a normal-sized guy.
Further, John.
Who, for some reason, has a golden engine.
Hold on, go back.
What?
What does it say specifically? Thomas saw. On that, but the giant reached down the enormous and picked her up and put her down on another track. The giant played with the gold engine as if she were a toy. Is it a toy to him? Yeah. Maybe this is just his little railroad in his front yard.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's a toy.
So Peach's servant puts down a little toy, and then Diesel 10, by the way, same size as the guy, even though he just knocked over Thomas.
Yeah, I don't know how Diesel 10 got up here. Well, we'll find out, guys. It's actually going to tell us.
Then Thomas and the golden toy engine get chased by Diesel 10
and the giant.
Yeah, and the giant. Typical, because they're having fun. So they chase him out of Peach's castle and back down.
Dude, Diesel 10 is not on those tracks right now. That is not. Dude.
He's in a collapse that bridge.
Wow. Never heard of this story before.
Then they're racing down. All of a sudden, Percy and James appear.
Diesel 10 is now gone, by the way.
Diesel 10 is gone, and the giant falls down.
No, it doesn't say that. It's where it's in. Slam. All four engines slammed into the beanstalk. The beanstalk and the giant were about to fall. Thomas closes his eyes, bracing for impact. Why? Oh, there's a giant coming down the beanstalk to hit us. Let's all ram into it at max speed. And now here's the best part, which it makes no sense. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream, and Thomas goes to the steamworks because Diesel 10 bodied him.
I don't get the all a dream part, because it says suddenly Thomas's driver held up a piece of golden coal he had found in Thomas's hopper. Was it all a dream?
He got drugged.
Dude, Mr. Conductor came in, drugged Thomas again.
Mr. Conductor drugged him, and his driver said,
It goes down the toilet again.
"Yo."
I'll watch.
Okay, so I think we've kind of discovered how weird Thomas
Unnatural.
So guys, let's go back to a long time ago, 2021, when the first ever piece of All Engines Go media or any like merch, this book is the first time we ever saw All Engines Go fully. We had only seen this picture. We had all had nightmares. Monetize this cake. Okay, guys, so let's see how well this
When I
book
said
aged.
demonetize this cake, I meant demonetize this. Like that, showing that on YouTube should be an automatic demonetization.
All right, I'm gonna assume when we read this, it's gonna be more like CGI because like there wasn't anything. So it's just descriptions of each engine. There's nothing. This is the first time we ever saw all of them, and I think Percy looks different than how he would look, right? He looks a little odd there.
Looks the same to me.
The wheels is messing me up. I feel like, you know how Percy has like he's like a normal engine, but the wheels are two in the middle. Feels like they shrunk him. So that way the wheels are in like at both ends.
I got you.
It looks like a Trackmaster. Anyways, hi, I'm Thomas, the #1 engine on the island. I'm great at delivering everything. I try to be the best little engine I can be, and I love to have fun. So I did establish no branch line. It's my job to deliver the mail. Sometimes I get scared trying new things, but Thomas always... Okay, so Percy was a scaredy cat. Let's see. How did they introduce Kana to the world? I'm a high-speed electric engine who pulls passenger cars. Did that happen?
I don't think that ever happened.
I don't think that happened. I can go super fast. Whoosh. Oh, Nia's is spot on. I'm Nia. I love to sing and dance.
Oh my
I also love visiting new places. I especially like it when Thomas comes with me and explore different tracks around the world.
They should have just put,
Okay.
I'm Nia. I'm
from Kenya. That's
in Africa. Call it a day.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so here's the Diesel. And the Diesel says, "Hi, I'm Diesel. I'm the real #1 engine on Sodor, or at least I'm trying to be. I'm pretty much great at everything. Vroom. Like a car. Vroom."
Bro, what?
When was Diesel ever trying to be the #1 engine? I feel like he would despise the #1 engine saying, because Thomas literally yaps it every day of the week. Here's our other Diesels. First time we ever saw them, Sandy. I'm Sandy and I'm a fix-it engine. I can do anything the bigger engines can do. Especially with Carly by my side. I can't do anything unless Carly.
I can only do anything when there's
another engine to do it. Howdy, I'm Carly. Why? Howdy.
Howdy.
She's a cowboy. I work with Sandy at the maintenance here. I like how Carly says the maintenance yard. Sandy did not mention that in the slightest to us. I'm a crane car. Wait, she's a car?
LeGrew is way cooler than Carly.
Well, she's a train. LeGrew's a train. It literally says, I'm a crane car. Guys, Carly is a car. I didn't know this. Okay, interesting. Let's meet Gordon. Greetings, Gordon here.
Bro.
Here, you can finish this.
Greetings, Gordon here. I am the strongest engine on
What's up,
Sodor.
bro?
I make lots of deliveries and I am... First of all, when did he ever make delivery? And
Yeah.
I'm always on time. Thomas and the other young engines sometimes get in trouble, but I'm happy to help if they...
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this book really knew how to describe. I would like to see James, because if you guys didn't know, James doesn't exist in All Engines Go.
Hi, I'm James. Look at my shiny red paint. Okay. I try to keep it as clean as possible, and it is almost always spotless. I can pull trucks, but I prefer pulling coaches full of passengers.
I don't think actually James does pull Annie Clareville the most, so I will give him that.
Here.
foolish mistake to give me a fat bitch.
Emily. Hi, I'm Emily. I love being busy and I love to keep Sodor safe and on.
Well, hold on. Okay, so in like season 3,
Why does Emily have purple eyes?
I think she actually has those, and I don't know why, because they're supposed to have the color of their wheels as their eye color. Because that makes sense. It's not like that makes
If you
sense.
need advice or help or a helping wheel,
Look up a promo of All Engines Go Emily. I want to see if she actually has purple eyes, or if that's like a prototype thing. Also, the safe thing, that was in like season 3 or 4. She became the railway safety engine, and she just goes around.
she
Oh
indeed
my-
does have purple eyes.
That is so weird.
That is really weird.
And then everyone's final main character, he never appears after like the first episode.
Kenja.
And I don't
Kenji.
even think we care about Kenji. My favorite, the best part of this book, guys, is not this giant title screen. It's right there in the corner. Classic Thomas. Surviving. And then the back tells you, PP, meet Thomas, Percy, Kana, Nia, and... Oh. Meet Thomas, Percy, Kana, Nia, Diesel, and all their engine friends on the island of Sodor. Wait. No shot. This is the same company that made this book. Wow. That's why. Why did they make the All Legends Go one actually make sense, and they couldn't do justice to Magic Railroad?
Because that'd be too easy.
All right, another really funny book that I didn't even realize. We're not going to read this book specifically, but we're going to. Henry and Edward have to come back. Yes, 2026 show. So Thomas and the Big Big Bridge. This is a 2001 book, and I don't think there's really anything of interest. Like, this is exactly what you expect from like. There's a bridge. Thomas almost jumps off it, as a typical train would do. But what's really interesting about this book is it had a CGI remake. What is... Okay, hold on. Let's check the copyrights of these things. All right, so this... Okay, so this is from 2001. So in 2020, 19 years later, they thought, let's redo this book real quick. And you're like, I wonder what it's going to look like in the CGI art style, guys. It's going to be really interesting, huh? They didn't change the book at all. It's the same original 2001 book.
With a different cover.
And the 75th logo. What makes this an anniversary book? We changed the cover?
We changed the cover. It's the greatest cover you've ever seen.
I feel like that just like definition of Mattel right there. Except this is little golden books. And I expect better from them. They made Thomas and the Beanstalk. All right, guys. Grant's looking something.
No, keep going.
Okay, I don't know what else. All right. Guys, for our next story stop. Sorry. It's hard to talk. Let's read some comments. What do you think about the upcoming... that's not real. I don't think that's... Upcoming, guys. You guys all talk about it. It was one time mentioned in one news article from 2019 that said it might exist. That doesn't mean... And we've never got confirmation. Oh my goodness! That's... Wait, what the frig? You know the underwater tunnel that connects Sodor and Misty Island, Grant? This guy makes the most real point. Thomas makes a smoke signal from the tunnel when they get trapped in it. So that they know they're in the tunnel. How would they do that if it was underwater? What the heck? You got a W point, guys. All right. Guys, now we're going to... It's time. We're whipping out the Railway series. We're going to get serious right now. Except I don't know. Guys, do you know which book has James Goes Buzz Buzz? I can't remember which one. It wasn't little line. It wasn't twin. It was not branch line. Maybe it's that. That would not make sense for it to be this one, but I genuinely don't know where else it would be. Okay, guys. Huh. Where would it be at? 8 famous engines? That's double header. Gorham goes Florent and Percy plunge, yeah. I don't exactly know. Because Boko's in it, so it has to be somewhere like farther, you'd assume. Yeah, okay, no. Wait, is it it's probably enterprising. Super rescue. Oh yeah. Anyways, escape. Super rescue. No, it's not in enterprising. What the I'm going crazy. Was it not a rally series? Mainline? Yeah, I'm just worried. Edward's exploit. Yes, I found it, guys. All right. James goes Buzz Buzz. The second story. I think it's the second story of. All right. Oh, it's the original story is called Buzz Buzz. Okay, and I don't even know what Grant's doing anymore. He's just not doing the podcast. So
I am. Trust.
You're not. I'm getting so tired talking. Okay, guys. So the original story of James Goes Buzz Buzz. It's a classic. So James comes up to Boko complaining about the new diesel on our railway. He's being kind of sloppy, and he spills a bunch of beehives into everywhere, and they get all over James because they need warmth, so they use his boiler. James tried everything to get him off, but he couldn't. In the end, it was Boko who had to pull the express for James. He was worried at first about leaving his trucks, but Duck promised to look after them, and so it was arranged. He managed to gain back some of the lost time, and the fact was pleased him. No one seemed to notice when James came back to the shed. They were all talking about a new kind of beehive on wheels. It was red, they said. Then they all said buzz, buzz, buzzed, and laughed a lot. James thought it was that for the big mainline engines.
Well, that's weird.
Very silly.
I want to go back and just talk about Mattel and their handling of books real quick.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't interrupt me halfway into my story.
Yeah, well, it took me a long time to find this Wikipedia page.
Yeah, guys, never trust a Wikipedia page.
It is actually...
It's very unfactual places. Anyone could just edit it if they wanted to, so you got to be deep.
That's not true anymore.
That is very true. You got to be careful of what people can do.
That's completely false.
That is not false.
Okay. Mattel Inc., previously known as Mattel Creations, is an American multinational toy manufacturing and entertainment company headquartered in El Segundo, California. Known for their Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends scams, such as rebranding of Thomas itself in multiple overpriced play sets, Mattel has received tons of hate from Thomas fans, and is going bankrupt because of it. To hell with Mattel. That is from the official Wikipedia page. Just don't refresh.
Okay, guys. So, anyways, let's get back to what we were actually doing.
To hell with Mattel.
All right, guys. So we all know we just read James Goes Buzz Buzz. Let's talk about what they decided to change in the adaptation for the little kids book version. So Knapford Station, once again, written out as usual. And it wasn't and James wasn't making fun of anyone. There's no karma deserved. Trevor was minding his own business in a field with beehives. As you
Because
do.
why not?
Wow, James was nice to him. Chug, chug, James pulls up. Hello, Trevor. You look as busy as a bee. I am. What's that noise? I am taking this beehive to the station. James is taking the beehives to the station. Well, James's act just gets punished for nothing. So now the beehive breaks because of a clumsy worker. After James was nice. Let me repeat that. James was nice to Trevor. And now the bees are now attacking James, and he doesn't deserve it. He didn't do anything wrong now.
Bro, it's nice.
One stings him on the nose.
I feel like I had this book.
And now, hey, get off of me. And then it goes like this thing. They go onto the turntable. They try to wash him out. That doesn't work in any way. And then eventually James had an idea. So he goes back to Trevor. And Trevor, knowing all about bees, managed to get them off in this in between of the page. Who looked at these and went, Trevor, that guy from like one story? Let's make him a main character. Bro, writing out Boko and getting rid of the racism plot, 0 out of 10. Disrespect. I gotta find where this book went into the thing. Yeah, it's 22. All right. Anyway, I had no idea James Buzz. Dude, James Goes Buzz Buzz was one of the last ever Relay series stories. That's actually wild. All right, anyways.
Do you think it's going to be a CGI reveal with no bouncing?
No, Mattel can't afford CGI.
Yeah, but look at the
Celebration, the AI. No, I think the reason they chose to use that art style was simply because they just had AI generate it because there's no one currently animating a show. There might not be a show, honestly. I'm kind of more inclined to believe it might just be YouTube shorts of like merchandise.
They're just going to stick with merchandise and not even have the show.
Bob the Builder does that. Did you know they made merchandise? Me either. I didn't know they still make, that Mattel made 3 seasons. Really similar to All Engines Go, 4 seasons. They made 3 seasons, slowly released them, like 2015 to 17. And now they just re-upload clips on the channel, and they don't make anything for it. So anyways, guys, our next book we're going to say is the lovely Random House Percy Chocolate Crunch adaptation. But before we do it, before we see how bad they messed this up, I think we need a refresher. So let's watch that episode.
What is it? Percy's Chocolate
Crunch. This uses actual screenshots from the episode to make its story, guys. So we'll see how accurate it truly is.
UK or US, though?
Not US.
UK.
No, US.
Why?
Because Alec Baldwin. All right, guys. Luckily, the official Tom Springs YouTube channel uploaded this one, so thank you. And I will thank you for copywriting this later as well. I would do it in the gaming pod, honestly. Or actually, no, this is better. The screen won't. All right. Start it.
Bro didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. Bro, what? So, I don't realize how actually bad that episode was, but like it's funny.
It's hilarious. Plus,
the
Chocolate
plot.
Percy's such a cool.
It's such a cool concept.
Rail.
But the way the plot led up to the chocolate factory made no sense. Percy got rewarded.
What season was that?
6.
Yeah, it's a shitty season.
Okay, so we just watched it. So the book starts off with Thomas and James at the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We just watched the episode, guys. We know what it's about. Then we get to the one wash down a day thing. So Percy was even naughty. As Percy pushed them under the coal hopper, they on, and Percy found himself under the chute. Okay, so it is really faithful. How? How did Percy perfectly stop under the chute? The truck said on. So the trucks are dragging him. He's applying his brakes. They all apply. Clicked in my head now. Okay, never mind. Oh, Percy was already applying his brakes because they said on. They tricked him into applying his brakes when they said on. And then that's not what they intended, but that's what I'm going with because it makes sense. Anyways, Harold was a complete jerk. He said hi, proceeds to display every amount of dirt that Percy just unloaded onto the ground back onto Percy like an absolute douchebag. And then afterwards, Percy pulling a chocolate. Was he pulling chocolate? Did I miss?
Wait, what?
He's not pulling his trucks. He's pulling the truck. He's pulling chocolate cars now. And then he goes through the chocolate factory. Was he? Are we going crazy? Did I miss that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, based on this next page. So now we get the last page back in the bottom. It's graceful. And then because there's this shot of Percy smiling, like on the cover. He was not smiling in that episode. That is a different photo. Because also the face mask isn't fully covered in chocolate. So interesting. So that's the story. And then the rest of this book is other stories. Salty Secret. Oh, that one's... That's the one with Fergus. Or is that Salty's Origin? That's Salty's Origin. A bad day for Harold the Helicopter. He called Percy's bad day a minute ago. So, that's nice. All right, guys. Here's another really cool one that we all know about. I'll let Grant read it. I didn't read it, but I realized this is the origin. Based on the year date, this came out in 2003. 1 year later, the aquarium cars were made, which have never made sense at all. They're cool, don't get me wrong, but they don't make sense. So let's find out how they make sense, I guess.
Down at the docks. This is a Random House picture back book.
All of these. Thomas has been with Random House forever, apparently.
Random House, New York. Oh yeah, Thomas and a shark. They're best buds. So the story starts out at Brenham Docks with Harvey, typically. Harvey, the
Bullstra.
the engine we murdered on Thomas Talk Gaming. Go check that out. Live on Thomas Talk Gaming, we murdered Harvey. Also, you have Salty with the actual
W. Salty.
with the actual. Sorry, I cannot figure out how this is mirrored or how this isn't mirrored.
Thomas looks like a real E2. He looks like extended, like long.
Like extended long.
Like
you got Salty with the aquarium cards. You got Cranky in the background. Seagulls.
Oh, we're getting to that.
Is that Bullstroke?
I know, Bullstroke. Dude, he actually just exists everywhere but the show.
So Thomas goes over to see live plants coming down from Cranky. It's obviously what he's doing.
That's odd.
Then he goes and checks out Harvey. And what is he looking at? Bro, Thomas. Eyes are up here. My eyes are Harvey is typically just carrying fish tanks, because why not? Because what else is Harvey for? Then Thomas goes and sees the squid and the shark. We already saw the shark one. Squid one. And he goes talks to Salty, the pirate, who stole the stuff. I mean, who is shunting the aquarium cars and stole them. Then Henry comes out for no reason to the plot. And then Thomas talks to Salty, and Salty's looking sus. And Salty tells him little engines can be useful too. Little engines can do big things.
Yes, if you guys.
Then Percy comes with the mail in a troublesome truck.
Naturally.
And Thomas looks totally jank. And Percy sees the aquarium trucks and is like, what in the world is that? And Henry, whoa. Harvey.
What? Harvey derailed himself. What is happening to Harvey?
And then Henry backs into Percy. And then couples to Percy.
Dude, Henry actually
And
has it
then
out for
nails
blood.
Harvey. And breaks the aquarium and things. Then for some reason Cranky drops his, James derails.
James,
And
just
then-
to join in on the action.
Everyone derails except for Henry.
But
And Henry just dips. He just gets out
Henry's
of
done.
it.
He's not. He doesn't want to get
Thomas
involved.
comes back, laughs at Percy, and then all of a sudden they're all back on the rails and they live happily ever after. That's
What do you think of
definitely
the
what story
aquarium
is,
cars?
but- Oh, I think they're stupid.
Okay, what that you think this book inspired the Unnatural ones?
Oh
I know
yeah,
you
no,
love
I'm
them.
glad. I'm glad that wouldn't real ones exist.
All right, guys.
They're really cool.
Let's read one of everyone's favorite Rally series stories from Henry the Green Engine. Henry's Sneeze. So one lovely Saturday morning, Henry was puffing along the line. I feel so well, he sang. All of a sudden, some boys thought it'd be funny to drop stones down his funnel. Some of the stones hit his boiler, spoiled his paint. One hit the fireman on the head as he was shoveling and broke all the carriage's windows. They've broken our glass. The coaches sobbed. The coaches. Naturally, the driver knew exactly what to do. Call the police, they shout angrily. No, the driver said, leave it to Henry and me. We'll teach those lads a lesson.
Just gonna murder some kid.
What? Cried all the passengers. The driver laughed. Henry draws air in through his fire and puffs it out with smoke and steam. When he puffs hard, the air blows ashes from his fire into the smoke box. And these ashes sometimes...
Where's that steam coming from?
Whistle. Because you know whistles have steam.
Yeah, not that much.
Yeah, no. But he's also clogged with stones at the moment, too.
True.
When your nose is blocked, you sometimes sneeze. If Henry's smokestack is blocked, I can make air and steam blow the ashes through his funnel. We'll do this at the bridge and startle those boys. So Henry brags about it to James. All right, anyways. The guard flag waved. His whistle blew, and they were off. Soon in the distance, they saw the bridge. There were the boys. Still there for some reason. I would have ran because I'd assume they'd call the police on me for damaging public property, damaging the railroad. Anyways, they all had stones. Are you ready, Henry? Said his driver. Sneeze hard when I tell you. Now, he said, and turned the handle. Asha, whoosh. Hello?
Atisha.
Smoke and steam and ashes spouted from his funnel. They went all over the bridge and all over the boys right away. As black as beef. I can't say it. But yeah, obviously we had to read. We know what the original word was. If you guys know what I'm talking about, leave it below. One day, guys, we'll get the original copy for you. It was updated shockingly in the 1970s. Because
What's up, Alex?
guys, comment below if you know the word. Put it in the chat. I dare you. We're not going to show it, but I totally dare you guys.
Patrick, the best.
So anyways,
movie.
guys, that is an absolute W story. I'm not going to lie. It's also a crime they put Hint Entertainment on the back of each of these books.
This right here, it's the best Thomas movie ever created. Hold on, let me
Calling
pull it
all
up.
engines. He's going to show it for literally a second.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's not. It
No,
takes
it's
too
not worth
long.
it.
Every
Calling
time.
All Engines is the best Thomas movie ever created.
Mhm.
Not The Great Disaster.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The
The OG Henry book.
Guys, We need to get it, right? If any of you ever know there's one on eBay, let me know. I gotta get it. It'd be so funny to own. All right. Anyways, Greg, what's your favorite story of the originals? I know you wouldn't have read the book, but like the show. You would assume. We can read the actual version.
Let's read James the Red Engine.
James's original stories. You gotta flip through. There's Audrey talking. All right.
James and the Top Hat.
Hold on, I want to check this.
Yeah, you know this. I have no idea.
No, okay, so they don't have the numbers yet. No, I haven't got. I got this last night, guys. I haven't actually read much of it. You just got to remember the actual. You just got to read.
Okay. James was a new engine who lived at a station at the other end of the line. He had 2 small wheels in front and 6 driving wheels behind. They weren't as big as Gordon's, and they weren't as small as Thomas's. You're a special mixed traffic engine, the Fat Controller told him. You'll be able to pull coaches or trucks quite easily. But trucks are not easy things to manage, and on his first day, they had pushed him down a hill into a field.
Right here, our boy Thomas the Tank Engine had to save him.
He had been ill after the accident, but now he had new brakes and a shining coat of red paint. The red paint will cheer you up after your accident, said the Flat Controller kindly. The Fat Controller. I wish he wasn't flat. So
You wish he wasn't flat or fat?
you are to pull coaches today, and Edward shall help you. They went together to find the coaches. Be careful with the coaches, James, said Edward. They don't like being bumped. Trucks are silly and noisy. They need to be bumped and taught to behave. But coaches get cross and they will pay you out. They took the coaches to the platform and were both coupled on in front. The Fat Controller, the station master, and some little boys all came to admire James's shiny red rods and red paint. James was pleased. I am a really splendid engine, he thought, and suddenly let off steam. Whee-eesh! The Fat Controller, the station master, and the guard all jumped, and a shower of water fell on the Fat Controller's nice new top hat.
I mean, he is 7, so.
Just then, the whistle blew, and James thought they had better go, so they went. Go on, he puffed on to Edward. Don't push. Why am I making Edward high pitch? Puffed at.
Hold on. Guys, comment below. We need to upload Grant narrating each story of the Railway series to the channel. Comment below if that get views. I'm not gonna lie. I think it'd be really funny.
Bro, this is so long.
That's great. Well, it's 4 stories in one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can do this one. Okay. Don't go too fast, grumbled the coaches. But James did not listen. He wanted to run away before the Fat Controller could call him back. He didn't even want to stop at the first station. Edward tried hard to stop, but the 2 coaches in front were beyond the platform before they stopped, and they had to go back to let the passengers get out. Lots of people came to look at James, and as no one seemed to know about the Fat Controller's top hat, James felt happier. Presently, they came to the junction where Thomas was waiting with his 2 coaches. Hello, James. Hello.
What does it say?
Can you try? Maybe you can get it on that
camera. What did you want it?
Look how it spells hello. Of course, I'm a toddler who likes learning.
7.
Of course, I'm a toddler who loves learning segments. Also, who spells hello Hullo?
So guys,
You know who does? The Great Discovery the makers of the Great Discovery. Great Discovery.
does anyone know? Honestly, after Grant read a little bit of that James book, I kind of start to see why Audrey said it was the worst book he'd ever read. That was boring. Nothing really happened there. I'm not gonna lie.
I picked the worst one.
That's what he said was the worst one. All right, guys, let's read. We're going to read now Thomas Comes to Breakfast, and then we're going to read the actual Thomas Comes to Breakfast. And we'll see how accurate this one actually is. All right. So it starts in the week. It is morning. Okay, we're starting off basic. Thomas wants to drive on his own. What can you do on your own? Draw a picture of you doing.
Let's do it.
No, I'm not damaging the book. Oh. Yeah, Grant wouldn't do it if it was his book.
No, hell no.
Exactly. Thomas starts to go. He cannot stop. They spelled cannot wrong.
Yeah, it's one word.
Exactly. Will the buffers stop, Thomas? Circle things that make you stop. I don't think any of those make me stop. What about you? Maybe that one?
I have to tie my shit.
Grant takes 20 minutes to tie shoes. Guys, me personally, obviously, you wouldn't stop at like something like a red light, a green light. Now,
It depends. Are people coming across? Because no one stops on red lights. So green really means yield.
Yeah, dude, how many times you pull up?
Yellow means stop. So when I see a yellow, I slam the brakes and then it hits red and I floor it.
Bro, you get like off the highway, there's like that one light, and you're stopping at the green light because it's so backed up, and you're just gonna sit there
or you're
as it turns red, and it's all sad. You have to stop at a green light. Oh no! Crash! He did not crash. Look out for the house. A family is eating breakfast.
Oh my god.
Oh, it looks actually perfect. They didn't capture that. What do you like to eat? You should draw it.
Well, this family of 4 is getting murdered. You should draw what you like to eat.
Thomas cannot, once again spelled wrong, stop. Oh no, crash again. Look at that shot of all of them running for their lives. It's like a few, because you gotta, it's like a second. This is like from 1 second to the next second of them trying to get up so they don't die as Thomas hits the chain. Who crashed into the wall? Who crashed into the wall, guys? Thomas. He has an egg on his face. What a mess.
This is a perfect time for a learning segment.
I mean, it might as well. Yo, predicted. Time for a learning segment. Here's a learning segment. The family is mad.
Hold on.
Thomas is sad.
Are we almost done?
You can
Okay. Alex Studio. Go back. Annabelle made an appearance. Annabelle made an appearance in this stream.
We actually, go back. At the very beginning, Annabelle and our brand new engine. But I start the wrong comment. I started the wrong comment. No! Grant's got to get the right start comment. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Bronwyn.
Bronwyn.
There's a new coach on Sodor, and her name is Bronwyn.
Bronwyn, right there, guys.
Grant, you're type of person Mattel wants to. Whoa. Grant, you're the type of person Mattel wants who likes learning segments. Grant
learning segments are not in All Engines Go. They actively remove trying to learn. Like reading, disgusting skill, get rid of it. Numbers, disgusting, get them off the trains immediately. They actively remove these things.
We need a mini with Grant's face taped on it. Me doing the.
Okay. All right, Thomas must wait for Donald and Douglas. And then Donald and Douglas look alike. Connect the pictures that look alike. Okay. Donald and Douglas pull Thomas free. I don't know why you needed 2 of them. I'm pretty sure you only need 1 in the original story. Anyways, Thomas looks silly. Donald and Douglas laugh at him. W deserved. I like how they don't pull off the like. What is this, Grant? The bar for the like. What? The window frame?
Oh, the curtains?
The whole curtain thing is there, though. It's not just the
curtain
curtains.
rod curtain.
The,
curtain rod. The
workmen fix Thomas. They remove the stuff off of Thomas. Thomas has learned not to drive on his own.
That's cap.
If only he had truly learned his lesson.
Until
next time. Hold on, where's the book? Until next time. Do.
Okay. Here's the real one.
Here's the original story.
Thomas the Tank Engine has worked his branch line for many years. You know just where to stop, Thomas, laughed his driver. You could almost manage without me. I'm done. I cannot.
Hold on. Before we continue any farther, we talk about how that's not actually brought up in this adaptation. It just says he wants to drive on his own. In the original story, it's not like that. Also, Grant, read what happened. You see that Thomas actually gets punished for driving on his own. That's the moral of this book.
Bro, it's the reason this happened.
No, it's not. The reason that happens because Thomas said, I want to see the world. Which meant he just wanted to leave Knapford Station and go check out.
He wanted to jump off the track. Okay. Thomas the Tank Engine has worked on his branch line for many years. You know just where to stop, Thomas, laughed his driver. You could almost manage without me. Thomas had become conceited.
Yeah,
I've seen that word before, but my brain's not burning.
Thomas has become conceited. He didn't realize his driver was joking. Driver says, I don't need him now, he told the others. Don't be so daft, snorted Percy. I'll never go without my driver, said Tobus earnestly. I'd be frightened. Pooh, boasted Thomas. I'm not scared. You'd never dare. I would then. You'll see.
It was dark next morning when the firelight came.
No, it's not dark in the picture.
When the firelighter came. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread through his boiler. He woke again in daylight. Percy and Toby were still asleep. Thomas suddenly remembered. Silly stick in the muds, he chuckled. I'll show them. Driver hasn't come yet, so here goes. He cautiously tried first one piston, then the other. They're moving, he whispered.
Just wait.
I just screamed that. I'll just go out, then I'll stop and whoosh. That'll make them jump. Very, very quietly, he headed for the door.
All right. Thomas thought he was being clever, but really, he wasn't only moving. He was only moving because of a careless cleaner that had meddled with his controls. A train cannot move by itself, obviously. Everybody knows that. He soon found his mistake. He tried to wheesh, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He kept rolling along. The buffers will stop me, he thought hopefully. But that siding had no buffers. Thomas busted the buffers in this one, going at 2 miles an hour. This one, there weren't buffers. It just ended at the road. Thomas's wheels left the rails and crunched the tarmac. The tarmac, right?
Yeah.
Horrors! He exclaimed and shut his eyes. He didn't dare look at what was coming next.
The station master's family were having breakfast.
Oh, I didn't even mention
They were
that.
eating.
This was just an innocent family in this one.
They were eating. Oh, dude, I cannot stand British writers. Ham and eggs? No, eggs and ham. They were eating green eggs and ham. There was a crash. The house rocked.
Hold on.
Broken.
Random pause. When was green
I
eggs
was at the climax.
When was green eggs and ham written? This is important information.
It does not say green eggs and ham.
No, I know. 1960. Okay. And then hold on.
Also, this art is so much better.
1961. Okay, you can complain, Grant. Green Eggs and Ham came out first, so he should have wrote it right.
You should have wrote it right.
Yep, he had one whole year.
All right, back to the climax. The station master's family were having breakfast. They were eating green eggs and ham. There was a crash. The house rocked. Broken glass tinkled. Plaster peppered their plates. Thomas had collected a bush on his travels. He peered anxiously into the room through its leaves. He couldn't speak. The station master grimly strode and shut off steam.
No bush in this one.
His wife picked up her plate. "You miserable engine," she scolded. "Just look what you have done to our breakfast. Now
They got rid of the
They
got rid of the woman in this one.
Now I shall have to cook some more." That's what you're worried about? She
Not
banged
like
the door.
she pays the
More
bills.
plaster fell. This time it fell on Thomas. Yo, this paint.
Dude, yeah, can we just talk about how much more ugly it looks than the actual one? Hold on. Here's what it looks like for this one. Like, they're missing so much of the detail that actually like made this one look like the bushes and all that. It's literally just one curtain hanger, and that's it.
Plus, this is a painting, not whatever that is.
And Thomas doesn't. Did Thomas have? He didn't get an egg directly. He did, right? No, Thomas doesn't get an egg perfectly on his nose because that makes 0 sense. So it doesn't happen. Thomas felt depressed. The plaster was tickled. The plaster
Was tickly.
Man, I'm not that bright. He wanted to sneeze, but he didn't dare in case the house fell on him. Nobody came for a long time. Everyone was much too busy. At last, workmen propped up the house with strong poles. They laid rails through the garden, and Donald and Douglas, puffing hard, managed to haul Thomas back to the yard. His funnel was bent, bits of fencing, the bush, and a broken window frame. Festooned. Festooned? Festooned.
Festoon. I don't know, British words.
His front, which was badly twisted. He looked comical. The twins laughed and left him. He was in disgrace.
Who is that engine, bro?
That's Donald or Douglas.
That looks so wrong.
Guys, there's a lot. Hold on. There was a lot to unpack on that one. Look how it describes Thomas' damage there. Can you hold this and describe his damage real quick? It says it like right there.
His funnel was bent. Bits of fencing, the bush, and a broken window frame festooned his front.
Does it look like
badly twisted? He looked comical.
Does that look comical to you guys? Does he look all beat up and twisted? No, he looks perfectly fine. That window was literally not on him. No, I call. Look at that. They put it there. He's on what? How is it even there? It would have like fell off when he was, chuffing all the way to the yard. And it's not there in this shot. The egg fell off when they were chuffing, apparently.
You are a very naughty engine. I know, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Thomas's voice was muffled behind his bush. You must go to the works and have your front end mended. It will be a long job. Yes, sir, flattered Thomas. Meanwhile, said the fat controller, a diesel rail car will do your work. Diesel, sir? Thomas spluttered. Yes, Thomas. Diesels always stay in their sheds till they are wanted. Diesels never gallivant off to breakfast in station masters' houses. The fat controller turned on his heel and sternly walked away.
And that is when the Daisy plot arc began. Thomas doesn't even appear the rest of that story, which is crazy to think about.
So we think one more. I know this.
Actually, we're gonna end on a little bit of a different one. Guys, this one guy has actually been screaming the entire time he loves the Great Discovery for no reason. I don't know why, bros.
So we're gonna talk about Stepney. not
But
Stepney.
actually, that is one of the books I did grab. The Little Goldens, The Great Discovery. And actually, we're not going to end on a book for this one, but we are going to read this as our final book. So, wow, we just start this crap. All right. Thomas just found it one day, doing his own thing.
He was doing his own thing.
Sir Topham Hatt's not with him at all. It's just Thomas one day by himself delivering logs. Found this. No Duncan, no accidental death by a giant bridge. What did they do to Sir Topham Hatt? He looks like some random dude. Look at that.
He looks American.
Yeah, anyways, so he brings everyone down. That is CGI Harvey. That you could not convince me otherwise. Look at that face, bro. That is so just CGI. Look at this.
Yeah, it's the same CGI Harvey we murdered on Thomas Talk Gaming. Go watch it.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. So obviously this is very different than the movie so far. So Thomas found it on his own. He shows her Topham Hatt. They all start restoring it. Okay, guys. So I hope that didn't matter. So anyways, Thomas is just minding his own business on another random excursion in the middle of nowhere, like the last time, when he crashed. Harvey had to help him. While Thomas was in the works, Sir Topham Hatt got a new steam engine to replace him. And Thomas is flabbergasted. In rebellion, he decides to push a troublesome truck into some random creepy mine while he was wandering as usual.
Typical.
Thomas fell into the mine as well. Typical. The engines start a manhunt to try and find Thomas. But he is nowhere to be found.
Until he was.
Till Stanley realizes he's probably in that old mine no one knows about. So Stanley goes into the old mine.
Stanley goes, hold my beer.
Actually. Okay, wait. So Thomas has steam. Oh, wait, no. Thomas does run out of steam like in the book, except he's just chilling in the mine. Stanley didn't run out of steam. So naturally, the two together... Stanley, behind Thomas, buffers up to his back and pulls him out of the tunnel. He's behind him. You watch him couple up from
he's literally giving Thomas back shots, and then he's pulling out.
And then he pulls Thomas away to Great Waterton. And then Great Waterton was restored while Thomas and Stanley were doing their own things.
Stanley's the goat. What's up?
What was that? Stanley is the goat. He literally said, hold my beer. He did.
Hold my beer as the new guy. I know about
I know about mine. All right. I think that was a lovely story to end on. And you guys, I think that shows you how weird Thomas books are. I'm not going to lie.
Thomas books are really weird, really odd.
And a lot
really
of them,
unnatural. And
a lot of them are made by Random House Pictures.
Stanley should be the.
Nah, Stanley's pretty lame. Not gonna lie. He was only in The Great Discovery. He was literally just the Nia of his time. I'm not gonna lie. He existed to fill the good guy role of his movie, and then after that, he was pointless. Take the hint, Mattel.
He was pointless.
He served his purpose. Just the nice guy of the movie. Wasn't a main character. He didn't really have a character. He was just nice guy of the movie.
He was silver.
And then he became a nice background character. Why didn't you do that for Nia? She had no character. She was just the nice guy of her time. And then she could have been a perfect background character, and we didn't need her in the stove. Shouldn't have replaced anyone. Stanley replaced Edward in Hit. Literally didn't. I know there wasn't another. Stanley didn't get.
Bro, what is your profile pic?
Like Sir Handel, like on a grave. Anyways, guys, we're gonna end this by showing off apparently one of the rarest All Engines Go toys. The Golden Tom. Oh, sorry, I dropped it. My bad. Sorry, hold on. Here's the rarest. Monetize this cake. All right.
What are you gonna do about it?
And it's got really, it's got this like amazing like chrome. You know how it rubs off like if you rub it with your finger. You know, like you rub this gold off with your finger, right, Grant? You want to rub it?
At least he's not from Kenya.
You want to rub it? You know, this rubbable paint. You know, it rubs off with your finger. Yeah, I didn't expect you to literally do that, but
You told me to.
I thought you'd do it jokingly. It's fine. It actually. Okay, guys, we never reviewed this thing.
It's a solid toy.
Actually, it is.
Bumpers.
This is better than. This is so much better than the Ruby. Oh, guys, this is All Engines Go's first good mode. You can rub it and the gold doesn't come off. The wheels are actually the future duck wheels. This is why. This is why they use. This is why Duck has yellow wheels. They just reuse the mold of the Thomas's wheels.
Why does he have blue on the bottom?
And then he reuses the gay Thomas chassis with the blue. They just reused every single piece of Thomas they possibly could.
Gotcha.
Though he has more accurate buffers than real life Thomas.
What's up?
The WhatsApp.
I know what WhatsApp is. I just don't know why he's saying WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's why you got. All right, guys. So Gold Thomas, All Engines Go. Actually, a pretty good toy. I like the gold on it, actually. It's like really nice. Why didn't we get this for the anniversary? We got some ugly Ruby Thomas with only Ruby on the running board. Like, bro, give us Gold Thomas. Everyone loves a Gold Thomas. Gold Thomas is peak. Grant's going to look it up. He's not going to find it, though, because I already told him. He doesn't believe me. I Googled. What is this?
It's not on eBay.
I got to tell you that.
The gold is wool. Cool.
It's wool, guys. I think that is a great way to end it out. The gold is wool. And Thomas books are weird.
Clip that freaky Grant moment on it. Wait, which one? The rubbing?
Yes, you know this.
Okay. Quote of the day.
What? You did not get the right new coach name.
It is Bronwyn.
No, but he said it in like a cooler one.
Bronwyn, the new coach. I agree with Patrick.
There
on
it
this
is.
One.
There's the quote of the day. Bronwyn
the coach.
And with that.
Now the quote of the day is at least he's not from Kenya.
That's Bronwyn the coach is the quote of the day. We already say we make fun of Nia a lot. That's why she wasn't here.
Type it in the chat.
Bronwyn the coach.
To end it.
Thomas is
hashtag Bronwyn the coach.
Thomas is fourth coach. Guys, comment below. I think
type it in the chat right now.
We need to have a Detective Edward where Thomas gets 2 new coaches. That'd be super funny. No, Annie and Clarabelle go missing. Detective Edward and Percy. They go find Annie and Clarabelle. When they get back, Thomas replaced them with Annabelle. And
true.
That would be so funny.
We're not leaving till all of you type in hashtag Bronwyn the coach.
Grant has too high of hopes. He thinks people are going to listen to him.
They did when I did
Rebecca Glaze.
Hashtag Rebecca Glaze.
Yeah, because that was bullying. This isn't bullying.
Because it was funny. That's what it was. All right. Quote of the day, though, is Bronwyn the coach. We'll see you guys next week. And if you go to Thomas Talk Gaming, you'll probably see us sooner, and we will finish our way out of here.
Oh, crap. I forgot we got to do that.
If you guys like this video and want to see more like it, then
that is our video outro for some reason.
If you enjoyed the Thomas Talk podcast, feel free to check out the rest of the channel, posting videos every Tuesday and Wednesday. Don't forget to like, comment something nice, and subscribe. We'll see you guys later. Bye.